2 or 3 poems here and a monologue I'm working on. They seem to me to speak about the various stages of being a woman with a small W rather than a capital W. The first one is Child World. Sitting in the long grass, breeze blowing in my hair, caressing my senses. I am dressing dolls and counting spots on ladybirds. I imagine a world where I am the doll. Boobs, halter necks and heels. Click, clack, lipstick heaven. Down below the train rumbles. Ticket to a faraway world. Summer visitors, distant cousins. Nights in the Blue Lagoon with Marie and the wildlife. Smell of heat from the river brings dancing midges in the evening shade. What happened? Summers are gone now, forever fall. No paint drapes on Church Hill doors, no sitting in long grass, no fragrant berries, no ladybirds on leaves, no jam jar perfume. This is Portal. I am a portal, a door into a new life. 90 years of thoughts, dreams, possibilities. I am a portal to your voice, to your magic, begat to dispel my nothingness, to compound my fear. I am a portal to your blue eyes, your blonde hair, to your logic, your contrariness, your brilliance. I am a portal to your portal, to endlessness, to hope, to my forever, your forever, my today, your tomorrow. My daughter's middle-aged now. What does that make me? Old, I suppose. She's not the only daughter, of course. I had 6 children. That's what you did. You kept letting it at you, wanted or not. His affection, yes. Groping for me in the middle of the night I could have done without. No contraception for us. One after the other they came. Steps of stairs, they called it. The woman next door had 9 steps and they all gave her a hard time. Gave each other a hard time too, but that really is another story. Michael died. Whatever hope there was died with him. A lovely baby, too young to die. I watched my daughter try to lift him from the coffin. What could you say? That's the nature of love. I woke up with a fright the other night. I couldn't find him. I could hear him crying, but I couldn't find the cot. I came to, crying in the hall with the feeling that something was very wrong about the picture I found myself in. We buried Michael in Sligo because you couldn't leave him in a big English city no matter how much work they had for you. We couldn't settle back in England and leave him here either. 8 months later we were back at the ferry at Liverpool. The ferry had left, of course, by the time we arrived. Late because of a cat the eldest wouldn't leave behind. Breaks my heart, that girl. Too like her father and his people. A mad streak in there somewhere. She's sick now, but for once I'm standing my ground. God knows it's hard enough to know who I am these days without having to worry about ones that would break your heart and your soul and come back for more. The guilt's the worst. Losing one child. That great Irish expression, loss. I didn't lose him. He died on a bleak January morning in 1973. Having to give up another, the firstborn, the one with the ruby baby cheeks for the sake of sanity is a sin, I'm sure. I was afraid of the power of her self-conviction. You couldn't argue with them, they'd wear you down. Still, all that being right killed him, sure as I'm standing here. I had a baby in November then. Life goes on, he said. This one had the face of an angel but a weak chest. Up and down to the hospital, heart pounding if you get stopped with no tax on your car. I'd give him the money, but he'd give it to his mother. That woman, I could go on. I'd swear the house was haunted. Fell down the stairs was the story. I don't know about that. I saw himself white as a sheet coming in from the hall to tell the girls to get back up to bed. No one there, just the steps coming down at you down the stairs. He'd be at the rosary for hours. Had a mass in the house at dawn too. That priest, the bishop now, didn't help. The cold of him watching my baby put the terrors in me. For the love of God, get me out of this house, I pray. I'm a long way from there now. I thought I'd like the peace of the countryside once I was free to make decisions for myself. I hadn't counted on the loneliness, the horror of it, and now this. Excuse me, thank you. Moon. What would the moon repay? My ligatures, fervent desire, marauding dream bruised insides, tortured tunnels. Who would know the hurt? Silent scream, empty vessel. What would the moon repay? My madness, dreams of sanity, white coats on empty, echoing corridors, blank stares. Tell no one. I am gone. Carcass remains, vultured void. This last one is called Mother. Where is my mother? Is she here? Does she speak? Is she a mere presence now? Does she linger, watchful? Has she forgotten who I am, who she is? Is she here in the rain falling in my heart? Is she here in the lines that I write? Is she me? Am I her? Is she not the life I pass to my children? Is she not the tart that I bake, the fingers that sew this quilt, the hand that rocks this child, that strokes the worry from your brow? What does she smell of? Not betadine on beans, but birth. Where is she now as I sit holding her hand? Is she off in the fields with her father? Is she at my birth? Is she lost? Is she me? Is she gone? Thank you.